Hello and welcome to Praxis and Theodicy. Today we're going to look at a Christian-owned business called Heavenly Pizza. Sounds like a joke from Superstore. There's a really interesting news article that popped up a little while ago. Findlay, Ohio. The owner of a pizza shop in Findlay, Ohio, gave his employees the entire day's profits to show his appreciation for their hard work and loyalty. Josh Elchert of Heavenly Pizza says he's been lucky he hasn't had to cut back on hours or limit the menu because of low staffing. Monday was Employee Appreciation Day, and he was aiming for $40 to $50 an hour for his workers. Instead, the shop had 220 orders with $6,300 in sales and $1,200 in tips. He said the $7,500 equaled $78 an hour for his employees that day.
On Monday, July 5th, we are donating the product to the employees. But we're letting our employees volunteer to work that day. And the total in sales is going to get divided up amongst the employees. Heavenly Pizza is not taking in any of the money at all. It's all going to my employees. 100% of the sales are going to the employees. You can have the best pizza in the world. If you have no one here to make it, it doesn't matter.
That kind of giving nature is why this place runs so well, works so well.
Okay, so first off, really not a good messaging thing to portray this as a gift and overemphasize how important it was and how great it was as a gift, but we'll get back to that. So here's a quick video of the day that it happened.
Toby? Come on.
Let's do a little math to check some of this out. They did 220 orders, $6,300 in sales. 6,300 divided by 220 orders comes out to about $28.64 per order. Got their menu up here. The specialty pizzas, they are all around $28.95. So this number that checks out for that number of orders. It seems pretty good. So the other question we have to ask is, I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 way back. So 6 employees in this video. Just in case, I'm going to say there's 7 employees there. I'm going to assume there were 7 employees there at all times. The store was open. The hours for the store, Sunday and Monday, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Now, this was a Monday, but it was a holiday. This was the day after July 4th. So I'm going to assume that they were open 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. That's 12 and a half hours. Let's give them a little buffer to open and close. You don't need 7 people to open and close, but let's just say there were 13 hours where there were 7 people there. That is 13 times 7. 91 total labor hours into this day to earn $6,300. So let's divide the total sales, $6,300. The total sales and tips together, $7,500. So $7,500 divided by the labor hours, $82.42 an hour. So let's do it this way. 7,500 divided by 13 hours divided by 78. That gives us the number of people that were there, if he's truthful about the $78 an hour. Every hour there was on average 7.4 employees there, which seems about right with the video. We saw that there were 7, maybe another person out front. So this math works out. About 7 to 8 people running a pizzeria all day, on a promotional day, on a holiday, earned $78 an hour. Now, again, he just gave the bulk gross amount of sales to the employees. And obviously, that is not how you run a business. There are expenses to run a business. Under capitalism, employees are just an expense. They are not part of the profit sharing scheme. They do not get to see the profits. They're just as much an expense as buying flour and tomatoes and cheese and pepperoni. They're just a part of the spreadsheet that detracts from the profits in some way. You must pay money to purchase an employee. Under socialism, employees put the labor into making the product and they all share the profits together. Under capitalism, the only person who gets the profits is the owner of the business, Joshua Elchert. When he shares the profits with them, that's no longer a capitalist model. It is a socialist model. All the people who put the labor in divide the profits that were made with their labor. So he spends one day giving all of the gross profits, but even if he were to give the net profits, if we were to add another person into that equation, if we were to subtract all of the expense and the cost of all the ingredients they sold, even if the taxes on the building are $12,000 a year, that is just 35 cents off of this $78 an hour. Cost of pizza ingredients. To build a small cheese pizza, that all adds up to 89 cents for a basic cheese pizza. Let's say it's $1. Let's subtract that from the 7,500 minus $220 for the cost of the ingredients, minus $32 a day for the building taxes. So the ovens probably use a lot of electricity. $1,000 per month divided by 30, $33 a day. 7,500 minus the electricity, $33, minus taxes, $32, minus the cost of ingredients, $220. Looks like the net profits are down to $72.15. So let's say there are 8 people operating for all 13 hours that they are open on this day. That is all 7 employees plus the manager, who is an employee at his own place if he puts labor in. So let's divide 72.15. That is the net profits of the day if we do not consider employees to be a bottom line for this. So 72.15. So the new number of labor hours is 104 for 8 people for 13 hours. So we're going to divide by 104. The hourly wage, if employees are paid what they are worth, is $69.37. What they are paid in wages is most likely not anything approaching this amount. We are told that there are certain jobs that need to be paid minimum wage. Slapping pizzas together at a pizzeria or burgers at McDonald's. If you find out the take of a restaurant on a day like this, even on a normal day, say they make half this much, $34.69. These employees, if this person was very generous, and he's a Christian, their logo has John 3:16 on it, kind of cliche, but whatever. He's a Christian guy. Maybe he wants to be a really good businessman and pay really high wages. So let's say, for sake of argument, that he pays $20 an hour, $1,820. That's how much it cost him. So at the end of the day, he is pocketing $4,680, while his employees are each pocketing $220. $360 per hour. 18 times more than that. Wage labor will always underpay employees what they're worth. This situation that we've explored, where employees could and should be getting paid between $35 and $69 an hour, is comparable to other fast food and restaurant businesses. Do not let any rhetoric talk about rising prices or that's too much, or there needs to be low-paying jobs, or teenagers shouldn't make that much. It doesn't matter. This is what their labor is producing. They have created that much wealth. They deserve to be compensated that much for the wealth that they create. End of story. If anyone that watches my channel is a Christian business owner, if you're the kind of person who puts John 3:16 on your sign, consider, maybe don't go by John 3:16 for your business model. Maybe take something from like James chapter 5. Look, the wages you failed to pay the workmen who mowed your fields and cooked your pizza are crying out against you. The cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty. You have lived on earth in luxury and self-indulgence. You have fatted yourself in the day of slaughter. If we want the wage system to be fair, we need to make it fair. As employees who are paid wages, we need to work together to demand fair wages. As an employer, as a business owner, for any Christians who fall into that category, consider what motives and what rationale you have for underpaying your employees by this much and overpaying yourself by that much.